Hello YouTube, LJ Draco here. Yes, so as you can see by the title, this is my complete 3D Blu-ray collection of 2019. I'm recording this a couple of days before New Year's. I'm going to have to do this in parts, my 3D collection video as a separate video, and then my complete Blu-ray collection video separately, because it's going to take too much time, and it's going to take a very long time to edit this. So I'm not going to talk about the movies in depth. I'm just going to say whether or not the 3D was great, 3D was okay, or 3D was meh. But very briefly. So also, if you also catch me doing this a lot throughout the video, I've not gone insane. I'm screen sharing to make sure things are okay, that I don't look any weirder than I already do. Apologies about this. Hair's not having a good day. So, right, let's get into it. So, starting off with the 3Ds, as you guys know, my 3D movies, and most of my movies start off with Disney, Marvel, DC, children's films, and then it goes into like just other movie genres. So the stacks in front of me I've got, which I've cleared off the shelf here, is my Disney and Marvel films. So let's get into it. Beauty and the Beast. I don't know how to hold these to make these. I think if I hold it like that, so let me just check. Yeah, that's okay. Beauty and the Beast, the animated one, amazing 3D. Still gets a 5 out of 5. Big Hero 6, great, much better on the VR, about 4.5 to 5 out of 5. Frozen, exact same thing. It was not good before, but on the VR, it's a lot better. I can't remember what rating I gave that. Animated Lion King, this, however, was also the same. It was flat on my TV, but on the VR, it's good. I don't remember what rating I gave that. But if you do want to check out any of these ratings or individual 3D reviews that I've done for any of these films specifically, please go back and check them out. I have done 3D reviews for practically all of these movies I'm showing in this first part. Moana, great movie, really good 3D. Tangled, probably one of the best Disney 3D movies that's not like the animated Beauty and the Beast. Wreck-It Ralph, great 3D on the VR. On my TV it was flat, but on the VR it looks so much more nicer. I mean, the TV is ruining in some ways. The TV kind of holds back, and I know that's because passive is not the best way to watch 3D films. I know this already. But there's so much more detail in 3D missing on the TV compared to when you're watching on the VR with the clear lenses. This next one up, as I've done a video for, I can't remember if I did a 3D review for it, so I'm going to do it now. It's from a friend Eva, so thank you again. Which is Ralph Breaks the Internet 3D. Story is great, and the 3D is amazing. Really enjoyable. So I'll give that a 5 out of 5. I will do an individual review for that at some point if I haven't already done one. Zootropolis, really intelligent movie. It's the animation's for kids, but the story and the intelligence is more for the adults. Great movie. 3D is, I think, a 4.5 or a 4 out of 5. Live action Aladdin, which I actually watched this the other day. Story is nowhere near as... It's practically identical to the animation one. Animation one with Robin Williams as the genie will always be the best way to watch Aladdin. But however, I did find this entertaining. I found all the actors enjoyable. The music was still good. And 3D is perfect. So 5 out of 5 for that. Alice in Wonderland, one of the most creepiest Disney 3D movies I own, and yet again one of my favourites. Alice Through the Looking Glass, a much better version of the first film with a different story, but the characters are more enjoyable and the 3D is much better. Live action Beauty and the Beast, honestly a great live action remake of a Disney classic. I enjoy this film, and I really enjoy Beast's song in this film due to the fact that this song should have been in the original, because in the original when you watch it, it's still the best version, but you feel like something's missing from Beast. This gives that missing feeling, so 5 out of 5 for both. Live action Dumbo, I have not watched this yet. This is a terrible, I was going to say another word, terrible sleeve printed by CAX. But my friend Sasha, he's customly made a new one for me that's going to look much better. So thanks to him for that. But I've not seen that Dumbo yet. Jungle Book. This was an anniversary present. I think 2016? No, wait. Oh wow, 2016, yeah. There's an anniversary present from Alice. And I really loved this film. I remember when I first watched this, the 3D was bad, but the 3D became so much better when watching it again on my new setup. The live action of Lion King. I've not watched this, however, the 3D does not look anywhere near as good as the demo test of Dumbo or Aladdin I've tried. This looks a little bit more flatter. Like, even the depth is very, very weak, so I wouldn't recommend the 3D version of that one. Maleficent. Definitely a great Disney movie. 3D a lot better on the VR, just it's still not 100%. But I still give it a watch. I'm looking forward to the new one. And Oz the Great and Powerful, another great adaptation to the Wizard of Oz story. Return to Oz is still a great movie, but Wizard of Oz will always be my favourite. But this, I think it ties in the story quite well. We got Return to Oz, which was the technically sequel, and then this was the prequel, and James Franco in this was believable, so there we go. So that's that. We got Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol, which I still to this day said that the 3D to this was non-existent in my eyes until I tried it on the VR, and there is something more magical about it, so yeah. Bolt, a very underrated, hardly talked about 3D Disney movie that I really enjoyed, that I think the 3D's good, the animation's good, and the characters are enjoyable. Pirates of the Caribbean Stranger Tides, on the TV and on the VR, this is very weak when it comes to 3D and also when it comes to story. I still enjoy it for the pirate scenes and stuff, but it's not that great. However, Salazar's Revenge, Dead Men Tell No Tales, it's a much better title. This, however, has great uses of 50/50 3D, depth and pop out, and it's got a much more interesting story. Like, I can enjoy this. Like, I could watch 1, 2, 3, then this, and completely skip on Stranger Tides. I can completely just skip on Stranger Tides and just watch that. Then, for Disney Pixar, we've got Brave. Yet again, another improvement on the VR. I can't stress how watching 3D films on a PlayStation VR is so much more enjoyable. I can't even begin to explain that I've had much better experiences with the VR than on TV. So, yeah. Coco, story's fantastic. 3D wasn't that great on TV, but yet again, VR just adds that magic. Finding Nemo, beautiful movie, fantastic 3D. Same goes for Finding Dory. Story-wise, maybe not as much. But 3D, yeah, definitely. Good Dinosaur, a film that's still not for kids, but it's a great 3D film. 3D's very well used in this. Inside Out, a very great story from Disney Pixar. The slightest problem was, I remember the 3D for this being really bad until I tried it again, and I just remember this never being good, and I stuck it in. I was like, hang on a minute, this is actually really good. Where'd this come from? So that was just my mind playing tricks. Monsters University, not the sequel we wanted, but a sequel still enjoyable. Yeah, 3D's okay. Story and 3D is much better on this though. Monsters Inc. It's still probably it's either my second or my favorite Pixar film. Enjoyable. Ratatouille, I'm still so happy to talk about this, but I'm the first person who showed this and owned this and like talked about it on YouTube. I was so happy about that. So yeah, I didn't even know this came out until one day I got a notification from Amazon saying Ratatouille 3D, and I thought, oh, maybe it's like an announcement, but no, they released it. Anyway. 3D is actually really good to Ratatouille. There's a scene that blew my analysis mind where it's the beginning sequence when Remy, he jumps out of a window and the fragments just kind of stick out of the screen, and then you've got the nice depth back into the house. It's really well used. Right. Toy Story. I think this is my third favorite Pixar movie. Just great story, great cast, intelligent, and beautiful. This is my favorite Pixar movie. Toy Story 2, and my favorite Toy Story movie. Just story is a lot more gripping and a lot more. It hits the heart more than the first film. So yeah, and 3D is actually pretty good for conversions. It's pretty good. Toy Story 3, my least favorite. 3D's okay, but story-wise, I mean, it's alright in some aspects, but I don't feel for this. The first two, I love. This is just kind of like a, yeah, okay. But then, however, 3D, not as amazing as the first two, but story, this is the third movie I wanted. This was absolutely perfect. It was beautiful. And this is what should have been instead of Toy Story 3. Yeah. Planes, a very unspoken movie. Yeah, this film's actually really good. People don't give it enough credit. Chicken Little, didn't like this movie. Watched it again in 3D and blew my mind. It's incredible. Little Mermaid, yet again I also said this had absolutely no 3D. It was absolutely pointless and useless and horrible. VR showed me a different side. Ghosts of the Abyss is probably one of the best live action Disney kind of film documentaries that I've seen. When I was visiting in London, my mother and my brother both jumped while watching this. They got quite shocked about how realistic it was. Definitely amazing. And Mars Needs Moms, great 3D. I've not fully watched this yet. I've done like a demo test and it's okay. I need to actually give this a proper watch.